Good morning. I was looking through my cupboard in the attic and I found a box. And it was a Christmas present that my husband gave me last year. When I opened it, I was very surprised. And in it I found toy that I had had as a child, which was very battered and very threadbare. And he has sent it off and had it repaired. So it now looks like this. The skirt is still old, and the collar is still old, but the head is new. And the feet are new because they were all falling apart and I couldn't handle it anymore. Here I have the head. There is the head. As you can see, it's very old and I've used it a lot. I also have the shoes. Can you see? Anyway, this reminded me of something that I wanted to talk to you about this morning. Sometimes when we are little, we have a toy that gets broken and it's very sad and we want to get it fixed. So we might go to our parents and say, "Mum or Dad, can you fix it?" And they'll look at it and say, maybe I can do something with this, or yeah, leave it with me. I'll have to think about it. But I promise you that I will fix it for you. You have to go off and leave the toy with your mum or your dad. Maybe an hour later you might come back and say, "Mum, Dad, have you fixed it yet?" And they say, no, I haven't done it yet. I will do it, but it might take a little bit of time. Later, you might come back and say, "Mum, Dad, is it fixed yet?" Mum, Dad says, "No, I'm sorry, I haven't had time to do it today, but I promise I will do it." Well, you might go to bed, and the next day you might say, "Mum, Dad, is it fixed yet?" Mum, Dad says, "No, I'm really sorry, it will get done, just trust me." Hours go by, days go by, maybe a week goes by, and we forget that mummies and daddies are sometimes busy and they have jobs to do and other things to do, and sometimes they can't always fix our toys immediately when we want them to. Well, you might forget about it, or you might think, "Oh, mum and daddy don't really mean it." And then suddenly one day they might surprise you with a fixed toy. They have kept their promise. Yes, it took a bit longer than you thought it was going to, but they have fixed it and they kept their promise. Well, so it is with God. Sometimes God makes promises to us, and sometimes we have to be very patient and wait for those promises to come true. But God always keeps his promises. And if he promises something, then we have to trust him that it will come true.